Listen, it's so much easier to make this little video for you there, Mr. Theology. You know, I study theology too, and basically all that is studying the religions and what they're about. Since I found out what they were about, it was pretty easy to study the rest of it. And you want to assign your own philosophy to it, that's your problem, not mine. I'm not trying to tell you what your God is. I'm talking about the God people believe in. Any God, anyone. I'm not talking to you specifically. Why do you think you're so fucking special? You're nothing but a little piece of shit. I mean, if you're going to be that delusional and then try to have a battle of wits with me about it, I don't care. You're totally unarmed because all those stuff you say, all that crap, that philosophical shit, it has no bearing, like I said, on my life or yours. If you want to confuse yourself that way, go ahead. You know, if you want to be so freaked out about what's going to happen to you after you die, go ahead. If you want to believe in the Bible, go ahead. You're the one who's delusional. Don't try to assign that shit to me. All I'm doing is putting out rhetorical questions, if they're questions, making statements about belief in deities being ignorant, delusional, mental illness, etc., etc. It doesn't matter how they couch it. Allah, God, Buddha, I don't give a fuck, okay? Kraken, Thor, Apollo. It doesn't fucking matter. Don't you get that? Your God, however you describe it, is no freaking different. It's still believing in the magic guy. Man, you kids have just gotten stupid. It's like you're dumbed down on purpose or something. You can't understand the simplest things. You try to intellectualize to sound intelligent when all you have to do is get rid of the mythology and read a real book and study some math and some science. Just, all that shit in your head, Nietzsche and all that crap, Calvinism and all that. Big deal. So what? Is it going to get you a job? Are you going to go up to an employer and say, I read Nietzsche, so I can manage your store? Excuse me? What do? Talk people out of their shit? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? And then you keep writing me and telling me, wanting me to explain myself, answer your questions. No, I don't have to. You're just a kid. And I'm irritated all the time anyway at my age. So this shit you're pulling, this trolling crap, I don't care. You obviously don't know what atheist is. You obviously have no idea what it's like to have an actual free thinking mind. You must not even know. You must not have ever even understood or felt the freedom to be able to think about something like sex and not think some God's going to cut your penis off. It's crazy. What the fuck's that all about, too? That's another one. I don't care. You're going to say something like, well, that's not my God. I don't do that. I don't follow that. I don't care. It's somebody's. The Bible's full of all that shit. And you said it's part of your thing, whatever. All those religious texts, all they are is full of vengeful, punishing deities. And that's not how it is at all. Have you ever read any of the real Sumerian texts? Not their religious text that their so-called priests wrote, but I'm talking about just the Sumerians themselves wrote texts about people and things and the stuff that they did. The Anunnaki, those who from the stars came. Yeah, they name them in a literal way. They didn't think they were gods. They even talked about how they went hither and thither in the machines they had that flew. Literally. They didn't talk about clouds and thunder and great light and faces of a wolf and no, they talked literally about a machine that could fly. And the men who came from the stars would fly in these machines from place to place and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. Now, Stone Age man is going to automatic, like Ezekiel, going to think it's some kind of a deity, and you all are going to believe him because in your freaky minds, you you know, you're not going to get it anyway because you just don't get it. This universe is so huge, and you want to, if you want to close yourself to this single entity that created this one group of little human beings with all these goofy little laws, like don't eat the tree of knowledge or you'll be smart and I'll have to kick you out of the Garden of Eden, you bastards. Shit like that. And when he liked one brother better than the other, so the king killed his brother because God said, fuck. They make all that shit up, because they don't understand science. So they anthropomorphize, they personify, and then you turn it into philosophy and call it theology. I call it Edith Hamilton's Book of Mythology. It's the Odyssey, the Iliad, so on and so forth, the traveling of the kings. In fact, there's a constellation called Orion. There's three belts. A belt makes the three stars make up a belt. They're called the three kings. And if you follow them in a line, they lead right to the brightest star in the east. Yeah, Sirius. And if you follow that line all the way through, it'll lead you right down to the horizon. And guess what's there? On the winter solstice, the new sun. The days start getting longer. The sun comes back, is born again. Get it? No, you don't. See you later. I have fun with you guys and your little stories. And then you want me to, you try to get me to admit that your God is different or something. I don't get it because I don't care. It's all a bunch of philosophical bullshit. Does it make sense? So I don't know how to explain what I think about you. Because you don't know how to explain what you think about you. You've got this little deity locked up in your head and all those little demons and angels and shit. And it's just, they're just, oh well, you'll see.